Hi and welcome to the Tryhard channel, where we are trying to beat games on hard difficulty. We'll be playing Mountain Blade, Prophecy of Pendor mod in version 3.9.3. It is one of the most difficult mods in Mountain Blade I know, and we'll be trying to play as some kind of a foot knight, which will use poleaxe. So we'll try to join the Ebony Gauntlet Knighthood Order, or create it. Okay, so let's get into the new game. So we'll be playing as a male, and our father was a respectable physician, but he left to fend for ourselves. Then we became a bard, and we must right or wrong down to you. All those choices define your character, and like the attributes and skills, and weapon proficiencies and starting equipment. So we'll hear an intro in a minute.
Thank you, champion, for heeding my call and returning to Pendor. More than ever, we desperately need your aid. Pendor has fractured into factions yet again, just as we need union most desperately. New enemies have invaded us, and old ones have returned in force. We are poised to seek out the evil goddess Azidahaka and destroy her once and for all. On behalf of the people of Pendor, my champion, will you once again take up the sword?
Okay, as our father was a respectable physician, we will choose our banner because we are noblemen. Let's see which one I like. I think this one looks good. Okay, we're going to play in realistic mode, no quitting without saving. We'll call ourselves Eran, and we'll increase our strength, so we'll be able to use some equipment like heavier weapons, because we'll be using polearms mainly and crossbows. And we'll increase our weapon master. It's good we've got 5 pathfinding, so it will be the total modifier will be +7, because when your party skill is 5, you've got +2 to it. Okay, what do we need? Spotting tactics is good. We'll be on foot, so we'll increase athletics. And let's increase iron flesh, because as we'll get the normal damage modifier, so we'll receive as much damage as everyone else. We'll need this a lot. Okay. We will need 1 treatment, surgery and first aid. Okay, so let's increase polearm skill. And we need to use this 1 point. Let's use it for inventory management, because we will need this also. Okay, so how will we look like? Let's say this and this. Yeah, looks good. And let's start in the Kingdom of Sarleon. Alright, so what we've got here? We've got a common sword. It's not so good. We'll need to buy something else. Loot, which is a shield and also lets us earn some money. And a crossbow. So we'll try to use crossbow at the start, unless we find a good polearm. Well, thank you very much for creating this mod. To the whole development team. Okay, we could join tournament, but we will lose. Okay, so let's check the difficulty settings. Lance control will be manual easy, because I think that manual hard is the hardest setting. It just lowers the time when you can. How many times you can couch lance. So as computer can do this indefinitely, I don't see a reason for me to handicap myself. Damage to player will be normal, so we will receive all the damage like every other person. Damage to friends also normal. Combat AI good. Campaign AI good. We won't increase combat speed. And let's start with battle size 150. Maybe we'll increase it later. Maybe we'll increase the combat speed too. We'll see. Okay, so let's see the skills. Iron Flash increases health. We'll need it a lot because as we're getting damage the same as all the other people, we will die quickly, and we don't have an armor, a very good armor, because of our choices in the start. Power Strike increases our damage while melee fighting. Weapon Master increases our top proficiency, and the case is that the speed in which you increase the proficiency is measured against the limits in the Weapon Master. So when I attack someone and deal like 100 damage, how many points I will get into proficiency depends on the Weapon Master. So if I've got 10 Weapon Master, I will get more points than if I had Weapon Master 3. So and I think, I'm not sure in this mod, but there was some testing done in the other mod, and it seems like 50 proficiency was roughly equivalent to 1 Power Strike level. So increasing Weapon Master early is good because you will get your character will be a lot better in the end. Okay, we want to get any shield points because we will use loot as our shield, and we'll use 200 polearms to fight. So we don't need this. The loot has a benefit of being very large. So I think that shield 0 will be enough for us. Athletics lets us run faster, which is very important in this game, because if you move toward your enemy faster, you get a damage bonus. Riding, well, we've got it from our choices and we won't need this. Well, we ride the horse into the fray, but we will almost all the time fight on foot. I don't know, maybe we'll fight from horse in the start using some kind of lance, but we'll see. Looting increases the amount of loot we get after each combat, and the difference is quite huge. Like when you can choose a start when you've got 7 looting, and you get a very good armors from your enemies when they die. Okay, tactics is useful when fighting a lot of when the battles are bigger than our limit, because it defines the amount of troops you will have compared to the amount of troops enemies will have. Pathfinding increases our map speed. It's one of the most important skills, I think, because at the start at least, because you will be able to run from the enemies and chase them. So maybe for the whole time, it's one of the most important skills. And we've got added the benefit of it being 5. Let's see, go to our party skill, party screen. You see, we've got trade, which has 2, and it's increased by 1 because every party skill, when we as a leader have some proficiency in it, we increase overall party level of the skill. So the thresholds are 2, 5, 8 and 10, I think. So when you've got 2 trade or any other party skill, you'll get +1 on top of it. When you get 5 of the party skill, you'll get -2 on top of it, which is great. So we'll have now 7 pathfinding, and it will make us very fast. And as I don't like, I would like to have mostly foot army. We will need it even more. Okay, so spotting increases our sight range. Inventory management increases how many inventory spaces we've got. Wound treatment increases the speed with which we heal. So when we get some damage, it will heal faster. Surgery, it gives us a chance to rescue our wounded troops, so they won't die even though they should. First aid, it replenishes some health points after a battle when you lose it. So like when I lose half HP and I've got first aid on like 10, I will use only quarter on my HP, because the first aid regains 5% of lost hit points per skill level. Okay, prisoner persuasion allows us to convince other characters to do what we please. I don't think that its effect is so huge, so we don't increase it yet. Prisoner management allows us to take prisoners, and it's very important because it increases the chance of capturing lords. Yeah, so it's when you capture a lord, and you can sell him, so he will pay you a lot of money. It's very important. And leadership increases our max troops amount, and lowers the wages. And trade, it decreases penalty for selling things. Yeah. So let's see. We're in the Sarleon, and let's see what we can buy. Can we buy a polearm which is useful to us? This would be useful. This is like one of the best and we'll need gold, and I don't think that we need so much damage right now. Okay, let's try this. Because we will buy the blunt pole hammer or pole axe, first time we can do this, and it will be our weapon of choice because it's blunt and it has a lot of reach. Okay, let's see armor merchant. Oh, we can buy quite good helmet for low price. And that's it. I like to buy helmets at the start because sometimes when they are cracked or rusty, they are good even though they are very cheap, and it will protect us from unlucky headshot, which happens a lot. Oh, we got a book from our background. Well, the choices we made at the start of the game. So we've got +1 treatment while in inventory. We will leave this horse here because he will help us with moving our goods. The more goods you have, the slower your party is. Like the more things you got in inventory, the slower your party is, and horses neglect this effect. So make it better. Okay, let's go. We could join the tournament, but we don't stand any chance. Let's see the tavern. Oh, we can go back and forth with your camera using plus and minus on numeric numpad. I like it to be the farthest it can be. Sir Alstar. Okay. Merchant Sarlion. We've lately had a real problem with heretics kidnapping young girls for sacrifice. We've discovered numerous girls' bodies, every one with the heart ripped out. Of late, they've begun venturing into town looking for unwary prey. The watch commander tells us it's because of all the fighting on the frontiers. Fewer men to keep an eye on the streets. This helps them enter unnoticed and aids them in identifying particular tempting targets. Last week, they took my young sister. I don't know what my sister was thinking to go wandering alone after dark in times like this. I hope she wasn't meeting a lover. You were traipsing about too, but you're a stranger here. I didn't know how bad things have become. She had no such excuse. But she's my sister, so what can I do? If I don't protect my kin, people will start thinking that I can't protect my investments either, and I can't have that. I also confess that I love her dearly and I'm worried to death about her. I cannot bear the thought of her being a sacrifice by heretics. So here's my proposition. You look like you've had a bit of experience with a blade, and more importantly, you must have a bit of fire in your belly, or you wouldn't be coming to Pendor to seek your fortune. This is what I am asking you to do. Gather a small but strong party, track down these heretics and their lair, and return my sister to me in good health. In return, you will earn my lasting gratitude and a bit of silver. What say you? Very well, I'll rescue your sister. You won't be able to do this by yourself though. If you tackle that warband by yourself, the hunter will become the hunted, I warrant. You will first need to recruit some fighting men. There are always a few lads in the outlying villages looking for work more interesting than tilling the soil or hauling water. With a little training, they will fight well. There are also mercenaries for hire in taverns. They will join you for pay. Visit the villages and taverns and use the money to hire some men. You will need at least 5 men behind you to fight the heretics. The bandit leaders are the mean bunch, so having experienced men with good equipment would be best. Very good, sir. I'll go collect some men from around the villages and check the tavern too. You can find me again in the tavern here in Serlion after you've got your crew together. They will speak about what to do next. Okay, 2 more things. will switch the crossbow with the hafted blade, because sometimes you can there are some drunks in the tavern which will attack you on sight, and when you try to take out your weapon, the barmaid will don't allow you to take your crossbow out, so or any ranged weapon. So we'll need to have our melee weapon as a first weapon. Okay. Also, one more difficulty thing. Control block direction by mouse movement. So it is not automatic. So I am doing the blocking myself. So as I'm using the two-handed, I will be using two-handed weapons. Blocking depends on my skill. So don't don't be angry when I miss blocking. Okay, I'll try my best to not die. Okay, Adonja. Yes, you wish to speak with me? I'm in no mood for idle chit-chat, so be brief. Yes, I do. You have the look of a fighter who might be looking for work. I'm Adonja of the Rock Tops, from the finest raiding clan in the Mist Mountains, the Cat Claws. Our clan is greatly favored by Vejovis, or so I once thought. My father is a great clan chief who trained me well to fight and raid. When I was just 13, I formed my own raiding band and had enormous success. We had the best looting record of all the clans, even those led by men twice my age. I had the prettiest furs and a lot of gold jewelry to show for it too. Unfortunately, Lord Stefan was waiting for us in one of the first in our last raid, and his warband killed all of my men. For the first time in my life, I ran away to save myself after the last of my band was killed. I've had to sell off all my jewelry just to eat, and I'm tired of being poor. I need loot, chief, and lots of it, because I can't return to my clan until I have the gold to pay indemnity for each of my men. I'll fight for you if there's a prospect of good loot in the offing. How can I know you won't try to loot from us or desert our troops the first time we engage a pack of Mist Mountain raiders? Look, chief, your troops, your clan, your family. You don't steal from your family and you don't desert them in the fight. That's our Cat's clan code, and I live by it. If we join up with you, you're my chief and your troops my clan. Sorry. I'm the best of shots with my bow, quite good with my blade and a fine raider. I can find loot even when it appears there is none. I'd be an asset to your troop. Very well, I have reservations, but I'll give you a chance. Prove me wrong and you're out of my troop instantly. Okay, so she wants 1200. We won't do this. Qasim. Greetings, Bahadur. Will you share a tea and conversation with one alone and far from home? Thanks. With whom do I have the pleasure of taking tea? What has brought you here? I am Qasim, son of Jamshid, grandson of Vaham, great-grandson of Ikram and Pamil Tishar of the High Passes. Were you of Pendor, you'd know why I am so far from home. Since the days of my great-great-grandfather, my people have had blood feud with the tribe of Yusufzai, who squat in the next valley from ours. Many men have died in the fjord, including two of my brothers. The Bahadur Khan himself ordered us to seize the blood fjord to save men from fighting the wars in Pendor. I, however, honor my duty to my tribe, and my brother's blood cried out for vengeance. I waylaid and killed two Yusufzai on a track in the mountains. I then rode out of our village with the same night, without even bidding farewell to my father. I will wait a year or two, then return home after the Khan's men have forgotten me. The Yusufzai will not forget, of course, and our blood feuds never end until all of our enemies are dead. Against the day I need no longer beware the Khan's wrath. I would welcome any opportunity to earn a living with my scimitar. I'd consider hiring you if you can be sure you'll not desert if we have to fight the Shar. Why, that's the most generous offer, assuming of course that you're affluent as you are fierce. I shall not betray you as long as you honor Khan's duty by paying me amply and regularly and allowing me the opportunity to loot. You must also refrain from dragging me into battles where there's no chance of winning. Please offer me salt. It's a Deshar custom to eat salt from the hand of our Khan as a pledge of loyalty. Certainly, please eat my salt. Thank you. Okay, so he wants 800 dinars. We can afford it. But
Yes, well met. What can I do for you?
we'll hire Melting Brothers for 931. We almost don't have any money. But let's recruit some more men. 6 recruits. Okay, that will be enough. And let's go to the merchant. Splendid work! You have hired enough men to take on the heretics. Travelers entering Sorleon have told us that there is a small group of robbers lurking in the outside of town. I suspect that they are all from the same band. That one that took my sister. Hunt them down and defeat them, and make them disclose the location of their lair. Very well, I shall hunt for the heretics. Okay. So, we've got the band of robbers. What do you want? I've been looking for you. Tell me where you keep your prisoners and I will let you go. Ha! And did you bring silver in hopes of ransoming one of our captives? No, but I brought steel. Okay, so this spiked mace has added benefit of being so we can use it with a shield and we can trust with it. And trusting has a lot more reach, so we can use it on a horse, and I think that we will start with like this because it will be hard for us to win this battle otherwise. Okay, let's lure him here. Nice. So we've won. Aye, spare me, spare my life. Let me go, and I'll go far away from here and learn an honest trade, and you will never hear of me again. Yeah, sure. I'll spare your life, but in exchange, I want information. Either you or your fellows kidnapped the sister of a prominent merchant in town. Tell me where you're hiding her and give me your word that you will stop troubling the people of these parts, and you can go free. Oh, bless you, sir. Bless you. We've done her no harm. We've been keeping her in our camp near Asgard. I'll describe the area nearby in detail, so there's no mistake in it. Okay, so we won and we can now loot. There is nothing of import here, but we will take everything to sell because we are almost broke. So we're selling everything. And we go to the merchant. So you found out where they hid my sister? Splendid work. I flatter myself that I'm a fine judge of character and you look to be a man who can get things done. Now, go out and save her from the kidnappers. Very well. I go now to attack the heretics in their lair, Ephalios' sister. Okay, did we get a level up? No, unfortunately. So, where is the heretic lair? Okay. Here, kidnapper's hideout. Let's see, you saw we've got speed of 7 and these guys have speed of 4.5. It's important for us because there are a lot of very strong enemies here, and we need to be able to run from them. Okay, but let's first fight some bandits. Oi! What do we have here? 2 arms! Okay, so let's dismount because the first fight went better than expected. And after this fight we'll change the Meltane 3 brothers from infantry to archers. Okay, I wonder when will I hit him? Maybe now? No. Okay, I need to get used to using crossbow. And let's strike his head. Ah, someone else shot him. Okay, our first kill. Good job. Okay, I think that we will need to get into the fray more. Oh, we've got a better helmet, nice, and its weight is lower, so it won't slow us down because weight decreases your proficiencies and the movement speed. So it lowers your damage and attack speed and movement speed, everything. The armor, armor is more important, but when you've got the same armor's value and some armor is weighing less, it's better to take the lighter armor. Okay, so let's take all this. We've got some more food. I like to have it up here. And above food I keep things that I don't want to sell, because I usually don't sell food. Okay. Okay, so we've got 136 experience to level up. Let's attack the hideout. Oh, I forgot to change the Melting Brothers to be on archers. Okay, let's try to kill someone. And this club has an added benefit of being able to knock people down. Yeah. So we've won. Nice. It was easy. So yes, I told him that I would find you. I advise you to return to your family as quickly as you can, and be careful on the road. Okay, so we now can loot the hideout. Nothing of interest here, but we've got some things which has a sell price lower than the things we've got here, so we will drop everything. If you wonder how do I move things so quickly, I just hold Control and click. Okay. Even though bread and other such goods are cheaper than the equipment, trading goods are sold for more percent of its value. I think like about 100% or 80% when you sell, and the equipment is sold for like 15% of its value, something like this. Okay. So let's see. We can go back to the merchant, and I think it will level us up. Now let's sell our things first. We've got a lot of bread, so maybe let's. The shopkeeper has a set amount of gold, so we need to sell him as much as he can pay, otherwise we will lose gold. But the other merchants also have some gold. Okay, can we buy something good here and cheap? No. Okay. This guy also has too low money, and so the horse merchant. Okay. Alright, let's go to the tavern and talk to the merchant. Well, my sister is home safe. I'm not sure what to do with her to protect her from the future folly, but that's not your problem. Here's the rest of your reward. It was well earned. The money is most welcome, and I'm glad to have been of service. Thank you, Eran, and good luck in your travels. Alright, so we've leveled up, and there's one more thing which is good to know. The max level of the skill is 1/3 of the corresponding attribute. So, as Iron Flesh is a strength skill, you can see it here when I hover over it. So we can, if we increase the strength to 15, we can increase power strike and our Iron Flesh. We'll increase power strike, so we'll deal more damage. And I think that's it. We can also increase the polearms skill. Okay. Because it's very low. Alright, so what do we do next? I think we could try to kill some bandits and start trading. Alright. Okay, well, every week we are paying wages to our troops. It's 236 per 37 now. Okay, we've got some brigands. I forgot to change the archers. Let's try if we can kill someone. Okay. We've got 3 of them, but we're almost dead. We've got 4 of them. Wow. Yeah, I shouldn't have stopped so close to them, but it's okay. We've got wound treatment and first aid. Will be good in no time. Okay, so rough leather gloves. We will save this because we will get some more companions later, and they will need those things. Boots too, I think. And this armor. Maybe this armor and this armor. Okay. And maybe shield. Okay. Let's take all this. And you see, we've captured some enemies because I've killed them with my mace. Okay. And we can sell them later. Salion recruit can be improved militia. We'll buy some more volunteers. Black Coven, we won't be able to defeat those guys. Yeah. Invokers and Magnuses are the heavy knights. We will be just killed. We are still having the speed of 6.2. Okay, let's change the Well-Time Free Brother group to archers. Okay. You try to break my legs, I will break your neck then. Okay, so maybe you're wondering what I'm doing. You can issue orders with function keys, and when you hold F1 you will see that flag which you can place somewhere, and your troops will go there. Yeah. Let's get them. Okay. We've got one wounded guy. Not so bad. And we've got okay, is this better? Not than my armor, but better than this armor. So we'll drop some very cheap things. Get this because it's a lot more pricey. Okay, we've got one pillager and another level up. I think that we'll go to 21 strength, so we'll have a lot of damage. And also, then we'll increase our agility to 18. We need strength also to wear some armor. So 21 is good enough for most armor and weapons. And we've came to Pendor because there's one thing where I'm interested in. Ebony Gauntlet Knighthood Order has 30% chance to be automatically created here. And let's see if we are lucky. No. So we'll have to create it ourselves. Yep. It will cost a lot, but well, we have to do this. As you can see, the polehammer, we won't use this thing, but we will use the longer version of this weapon. Needs 18 strength. Yeah. No arming sword, let's leave it. Maybe this too. Okay, let's see if there are any possible companions for us here before we sell everything. Serialson, Corm of Prey, Mercenary Infantry.
What are your orders,
Mercenary infantry. Yeah, let's take them. And Cleese with the edge.
Well met, Captain.
Greetings to you, sir. You look like someone you should get to know me. Why is that? I'm with a local Red Brotherhood and I broker ransoms for the poor wretches who are captured in these endless wars. Normally I travel between the interior towns and the slave markets on the coast, on commission. Basically, she's a slave trader. That's all I need to know. And we've got some prisoners to sell. So brigands are sold for 56 each, highwaymen for 88 and pillagers for 70. That's good, that's some money for us. And we can promote the militia, the surround recruits. I don't think we don't have money to take Sir Johnson. What do you stare at me, sir? Have you never laid eyes upon a knight before? Do you think this is a zoo? I am curious why a knight of your obvious standing is seeking work in taverns, sir. I'm Sir Yolson of the Order of Eventide, sir. The Order of the Dawn put to the stake one of our most venerable brothers, then took the burning peasants and nobility, setting villages afire and other atrocities. I came to Pendor with the Order of Eventide. I did not realize then that they are heretics and followers of the evil goddess Erida Ossisor. If my order locates me, I will be killed gruesomely for my defection. The Order of Eventide has dispatched one of its most experienced and ruthless knights to discover my whereabouts, and either forcibly return me to them or kill me in the attempt. I desperately need to join a good company both to fight the heretics and for protection from this knight, who is close on my heels. My funds are exhausted. I have had to sell my worsted. I suppose my armor will be next, and then I shall have to disguise myself as a peasant. I am highly trained with lance and blade. I would be an asset to any troop in need of experienced knights. I stipulate only that I be permitted to challenge the heretics we encountered whenever possible. If you ride with us, I can promise you a sure fit of heretics to kill, and perhaps a pursuer will be amongst them. My sole desire is to purge Pendor of this heretical foulness, springing up like poisonous mushrooms throughout the land. Well, and to avoid the Order of Eventide, of course. Lead on, Sir Captain. I pledge my arms and my loyalty to you. My Astrea sent us a good supply of heretics to fight. You'll make a fine addition to my troop. With us, you'll find both protection and revenge. Okay, so we need 5,000 gold to hire him. We don't have this. And so let's see the tavern. Alyssa. Brother Randolph. He sells books, I think. No one up there. Borgi the Fat is a slave trader. Young Ravenston Noble. We could hire them, but I don't think that we need to. Alyssa. Greetings. Do you seek skilled soldiers for your company? You speak like a damned snake, priestess. I trust you are not one. You correctly identify my accent. I'm Alyssa, a former servant called priestess, but the operative word is former. They tell me I was taken in the Empire as a baby, but my only memories are of the cult. I have forsaken the snake cult and shall never rejoin them. If you have fought my cult, you know how skilled at arms we priestesses are. I'm in deadly danger from my cult and must join a strong commander. There is safety in numbers for me. I'll add that I have few reservations about fighting members of my cult. After all, they will feel no compunction about killing me. Now that I have left them, in terms of my accommodation within our troop, you should know that we of the snake cult are vegetarians and prefer organic food. I will eat no meat and do not drink wine. Understand, I'm a fellow serpent cultists think, and you can aid in your strategies against them as well as assisting in combating them. If you recruit you and see even one sign of snakish behavior, you're out. I shall endeavor to restrain what you term my snakish behavior. If I join you, though, if you arouse my snakish temper well, surely you can see the benefit of having one of my sort in your company. This is against my better judgment, but alright, I will take you on. Eran, I must insist that you pay me 2,000 dinars. Okay, we don't have money for this right now. We can go to Pendor and try to sell the what's called flax bundles. And you can see we can sell them for almost 200. So we'll receive 1,000 gold. Okay, alright. And let's go to the other trading station in a town called Singal. There is cheap salt and date fruits. And maybe we'll find some companion there. Okay, there is nothing we would like to buy here. And salt is not cheap. Let's take 2 date fruits, 73 for 1. And in Torbach there sometimes there's cheap salt too. Yeah, salt below 200 is like, yeah, we can sell salt for about 200, so let's take 2 salts for 175. Let's see if there is any weapon we would like to have. No. So let's go back to Salvion. Silver strangers. We won't fight them. And as you can see, we made a profit on date fruits. Not so much because we've ate some, and yeah, we've made some profit on salt. Let's see if there is something new here. No. Maybe crossbow, better crossbow. No, it's too expensive for us. Okay, let's find one good fight and we'll call this an episode. Okay, let's try to kill them all. Okay, we've got 3 of them. Nice. Okay. So we've killed 5 of them, and we've got a hunting crossbow, which is the same crossbow as we do now have. Let's take all those things. Take all the brigands. And let's go to this an episode. Thank you for watching, and if you like this episode, please subscribe and like the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.